Now, we all know that mothers are very important people in our lives, and spending as much time with them as possible is vital. But can you imagine spending those precious moments with your mother within the confines of a prison? Well, KTN'S Timothy Otieno has traced the steps of Lucy Wanjiku, who not only shares a special bond with her mother, but also shares the same cell at Kenya's largest women's prison.
So I'm standing outside the gate of the Langata women's prison, where I'm about to meet 81-year-old Esther Wanjiku, who has been incarcerated in this institution for nearly 2 decades, a time which she has used to reflect upon her life in the efforts towards rehabilitation. But she has been incarcerated alongside someone very close to her heart. We find Esther Wanjiku, who prefers to be called Wanjeri, inside her cell watching her favorite show on KTN. She continues unperturbed by our presence until the warden informs her of a visit. She then quickly gets her glasses out, but not for us. And soon enough we see why. Aside from the KTN crew, Esther Wanjiku has another visitor, who finds her reading her favorite book, the Bible. 37-year-old Lucy sits close to the lady many here refer to as the woman of wisdom. You see, Lucy and Esther do not only share the same faith, they share the same blood. One mother, the other child. I interrupt their session to talk to the 81-year-old who has been locked up since 1998. She tells me a quarrel with her husband turned tragic after she hit him with a stool and he passed away. But she has since gotten salvation.
Sijai kukosana na jera, sijai kukosana na madam, sijai kukosana na mtu wowote.
Esther was sentenced to death for murder in the late 1990s, a ruling that was turned into a life sentence in 2009 through a parliamentary process by then President Mwai Kibaki, who abolished the death penalty.
Kama ninaona makosa inatendeka hapa, sitakuwa karibu na hapa. Sitakuwa karibu na hapa. Na ikiona hata matendo inatendeka pale, sitakuwa karibu.
Her daughter Lucy Wanjiku was also arrested with the same charge. Her mother had sent her to the shop on that fateful day, and when she came back, she found that a fight had ensued. Her mother's clothes bloody as her father lay on the floor of their home in Gilgil, lifeless. She was arrested and charged at 23 years old, a ruling she says has robbed her of her youth and a chance to raise her now 18-year-old daughter, who she last saw when was just 5 years.
Ningekaa na boma yangu, ningepata kama ni msee, Mungu anibariki na msee wangu. So maana sasa maisha inasonga, siwezi kupata msee sasa, maisha yangu imeishia jela. Maisha yangu imeishia jela. Sasa hata sijui. Msichana wangu sasa ni mkubwa, sasa amemaliza form 4, ni mkubwa.
She now spends most of her time with her mother, who is wearing a blue attire. She is a trustee, meaning she's one of the most disciplined in the institution. Esther proudly shows us her exercise books. When she arrived here at the Langata women's prison, she could barely write or speak any English or Swahili.
Ya kuwa mimi dini fwana nita kabo ya funua.
But now she can, at least to read her Bible, although not fluent, but nonetheless she reads on.
I can say their discipline has been well, but you know, at first, before you adjust to the sentence, you have to undergo the psychological counseling first for you to accept and settle down to the prison.
Lucy says being locked up with her mother has never been easy.
Unaona naamka kuna stress, nataka kuongea, mpaka hata leo nashikwa na stress. Kwa ajira peke yako ni kitu ya maana. Njoo utajicontrol. Sasa mama yangu saa ingine naamka na mkuta, ananiambia mimi nasikia stress, naona nimeseeka, naona kama nitakufia jela.
They both hope to one day leave this place to get back to their lives. And if they both can't, each one says they'd gladly nominate the other to be released at their own expense.
Sifurahi, ninaomba tukue nje. Ni muone nje hata mtoto agienda. Ni kwa sababu mtoto hakuwa anajua kitu.
A mother's love to her daughter and a daughter to her mother that even a prison sentence cannot keep locked up. Timothy Otieno, KTN News.